Good morning, this is talkSPORT Breakfast live from Birmingham City's training ground with Coral. I'm Jeff Stelling. Gabby Agbonlahor is with me. Don't tell me that you didn't love ELO.
Loved them, Jeff. Loved them. Loved everything about them.
Yeah.
What about you, Tom? Did you love them?
You know what?
Can't hear
One of the greatest bands of all time.
I
And
like this
Mr.
song.
Blue Sky is an absolute classic song. You know, sort of precursor to Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen, really, because it was a mix of classic and rock and everything.
I need to follow
else in
your
there.
Spotify, Jeff. That's what I need to do. Get these songs playing in the car.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Love, love, love ELO. Right, it's been quite the first half of the show this morning. Already spoken live to Joe Hart and Aaron Ramsey, amongst others. You can catch up on both of those, by the way, on the talkSPORT YouTube channel. And with us here now, someone who's had quite the career, racking up more than 580 appearances for, amongst others, Hull City, England, and Tottenham, doing this in the North London derby.
Here's Crouch nodding the ball into the penalty area. Comes back out to Huddlestone. Left-footed drive to... Oh! What a finish from Tom Huddlestone. What a match here at White Hart Lane.
Yeah, he now plies his trade at Birmingham as a coach. Tom Huddlestone's with us. Morning, Tom.
Morning,
Tom.
guys. Morning,
mate.
A nice memory there.
Yeah, it was. Bit more exciting on the audio than Gabs's against Birmingham years ago, but no, it's good.
Brilliant.
Jeff, this guy, by the way, hey, people listening, Tom Huddlestone's technique. Remember being in the 21s with him? Left foot, right foot, no backlift.
He could ping a ball,
yeah,
couldn't he?
wherever you wanted it, at pace. Unbelievable technique, great player.
So how are you enjoying life as a coach?
Yeah, no, it's obviously very different, but probably the next best thing to playing, I guess. Still involved, obviously, in football, which is all I've known since being 15, 16 years of age. So, yeah, no, it's good. And obviously last year was a good introduction to full-time coaching for me.
Yeah, couldn't have been better, could it?
When you got an odd number, are you the first one to join in, Tom?
To be fair, me and Groundsy joined in yesterday, but that's international break and stuff like that. But generally, we use the young players if numbers are needed, so not too
Devastated.
Right, you lot, forget all that scrolling past. You always keep watching my stuff, you watch Simon's stuff, and any other channel, you like all their crap stuff. Stop, subscribe, you know what to do. Stop messing about.
Look, yeah, I mean, you're in a good position to sort of judge the championship at the moment, aren't you? Because City have played some of the big boys, and they played Coventry, and they played Stoke, they played Borough, played your old club Hull as well, haven't they? You know, so who do you see as the real threats in terms of promotion this season? Who do you think will be right up there?
It's easy to say now. I think obviously Coventry have started brilliantly. I think sort of their front five, front six, with the options they've got to choose from, I think they'll be a threat. A lot of long throw-ins, which is dangerous because they're probably getting the ball in the box an extra 10 or 12 times a game. So I think they'll stay right up there. And even though we have played a lot of the other teams towards the top end of the league, I think we've been in and competitive in most games and probably could and should have had maybe 5 or 6 points more. So I think a lot of it is up for grabs still, to be honest.
I was going to ask you, what are the goals for Birmingham City this season? Because at the moment, only 4 points behind the playoffs. Is it about fighting to get in the playoffs? And if you don't make it, then you look at that next season?
Yeah, I think the manager said from the start of the year it's about being competitive in this league, which I think we have been in every game we played so far, even though we played some of the so-called better teams. And even playing in the Championship years ago, I think there's normally 2 or 3 teams that you expect to run away with it, and then sort of the next 12 half expect to be in the top 6 or fighting for that. So I don't see no reason why that can't be our aim, but I think it's almost, as cliche as it sounds, trusting the process and keeping our performance level high, and then the results will follow.
Well, I mean, you certainly found your feet, haven't you, in terms of goal scoring in recent weeks. Has there been a change in the way you play?
Yeah, a little bit. We've managed to tweak the system a little bit, but nothing like massive change that the players took a while to adapt to. I think the lads took everything on board straight away, and it was just about getting additional numbers forward, really. So I think the lads took that on board, and yeah, the 2 home games that we played of late, we've managed to put the chances
Millwall
away.
and Portsmouth.
Yeah,
You put
Portsmouth,
four past them both.
Yeah.
Steve-O from Corals is massive Portsmouth fan, you know. So
Not great, Portsmouth.
somebody has to be, don't they?
You see, you talk about the back-to-back wins 4-0. Does it show that you have to make St Andrews a fortress? I mean, I've played there, and it is a fortress. The atmosphere from the home fans, is that something that you need to drill into the players to use that to your advantage?
Yeah, I think the lads know that. It can be hostile there in a good way for us. I think we went unbeaten there last season, so that was the backbone of a successful season. But I think this year we lost to Hull, which is the first loss in maybe 30 home games, which was disappointing because first half especially was one of the best we've played. So to lose that game was very frustrating. But we need to sort of restart that run and hopefully go unbeaten at home for the remainder of the season, which will give us a good chance to get our aspirations.
Yeah, well, that whole defeat would have been gutting for you, your old club as well, you know. So, look, let's have a quick word on the North London derby. Do you give your old side any chance at the Emirates on Sunday?
I do, to be fair. I had a look this morning and I think Spurs are the best away record in the league and second worst at home, which is a bit weird. So it might help them being away from home, even though the record at the Emirates isn't great. I'm coming out of an international break. Players travelling all over the world these days, you never know how long Arteta or Thomas Frank have had to prepare their players, so it might suit Tottenham being away from home.
Surely just give the ball to Van der Ven, let him take everyone on. He tried it in the international break. Did you see the clip for the Netherlands? And he got took out, got past 3 players again, was nearly going to do the same goal. He's been a standout player, hasn't he, in the Premier League? Yeah,
I think whenever Romero and Van der Ven stay fit, Tottenham look a completely different outfit, a lot more stable. But against Arsenal's low block at times, that might be difficult for him to run the length of the pitch. But again, there's something that he's got away from home with that Tottenham team at the minute. And yeah, you'd expect him to make it difficult. And what I like with Thomas Frank is it's not just one way of playing. I think he's quite adaptable to the opposition and their surroundings. So I think they'll probably have something up their sleeve. And in that game, especially against Arsenal, I think set pieces will be crucial.
Yeah, I mean, you played in plenty of North London derbies. The one that stands out in my mind was the 4-4, which was just an amazing game, you know, absolutely incredible game.
Can I ask you quickly as well, I wanted to move on to Jude Bellingham. You know, he's been the talk of some journalists a lot recently, and my thoughts on it, especially Craig Hope, journalist for the Mail, it seems like a vendetta. It's got a bit personal with Jude Bellingham. What's your thoughts? Because ex-Birmingham City player, the world at his feet, and then people want to bring him down like we like to do in this country to our superstars.
Yeah, I don't know. Vendetta is a strong word, but I think the best players in the squad normally get that with England. Our era growing up, obviously, Gazza got a lot of media attention. Beckham got slaughtered after the '98 World Cup and then managed to turn things around. I think a lot of it is probably boredom. England have qualified without any blips in the road. It's a long way till the World Cup. So I think Jude's at the biggest club in the world in my eyes. So I think him being left out a couple of squads is an easy one for the media to pick up on, but I'd be very surprised if England were to win the World Cup without Jude Bellingham in the starting 11.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he's going to react in absolutely the right way, you know. And we have the fans singing Hey Jude again, because we were at the Euros last season, and that was the sort of go-to song for the fans all the time. Hey Jude, that was his level.
No, exactly. I think he's had massive moments in an England shirt, and for someone still so young, he's dealt with a lot. He's played a lot of games. He's played at one of the biggest clubs in Germany, moved to, like I said, the biggest club in the world for me, and he's just shouldering that pressure like a duck to water, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah. We have to appreciate our stars, because if Bellingham was from Spain, they'd be loving him. They wouldn't be trying to put him down at every chance that they get. And like I've said many times, I think he's an outstanding player. Does he have to start every game in the World Cup? No, he might be in and out. Rodgers might play. But Jude Bellingham goes to the World Cup for me every day of the week.
Yeah. But nobody can be above criticism.
Of course. Totally agree.
Brilliant. Would you normally be here at this time of the morning?
Probably 20 minutes later, but yeah, not too far.
Brilliant.
Really? You should be here earlier, Tom. Watching all the videos, games.
Hey, Tom, really appreciate you coming in. Thanks very much indeed.
Appreciate it, guys.
Good luck with your career as well, mate. So, is management on the horizon in the distance? Do you think?
I'd like to give it a go at some point, but I'm not in any rush. I think I'm in an ideal situation. The way the club's going here, the manager, learning off the manager every day. I think I'm in the perfect situation. But yeah, longer term, I think if I got into my 50s and I hadn't given it a bash, I'd probably be frustrated with myself. So eventually.
Hey, well, good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Tom Huddlestone coaching here at Birmingham City, and turned out to be another good season for the Blues. We'll talk a lot more about City over the next hour and 45 minutes or so. But coming up next, find out how the future Mrs. Agbonlahor would dress Gabby if he handed over control of his wardrobe like our good friend Sir Rod Stewart has.